buying new construction, if you make these mistakes, it could cost you money. Stay tuned to find out what they are. So if you're buying a new house, but you are considering building instead of buying an existing home, there are some things that are different about those two processes. And there are common mistakes that people buying new construction make, and I'm going to discuss what some of those mistakes are when you're buying new construction in this video. And one of the first things is that people assume when they are buying new construction, they assume that they can't negotiate with the builder because the builder has these homes, and if it's in a development, you know, the base price is listed, and the assumption is that you can't negotiate that. That's not always true. So there are certain things that the builder may do that would save you on costs when he's building that house. So if you don't ask, you're never going to know. Another area that people sometimes get tripped up is when you are going through that model home, or if a builder lets you go through 2 or 3 houses that he built or she built, and you see all this fabulous stuff, you need to ask, is that quartz, or is that carpeting, or are these cabinets the base grade, or are they upgrades? So when the builder is giving you prices, you need to know what those prices include and what you would have to pay extra for. And that's going to be important because you know your budget, so you have to make sure that you can cover those extra costs. Another mistake is that buyers very often feel that they have to use the lender that the builder is suggesting, because a lot of times a builder will have a standard lender that is doing most of the houses in their development. But that is not the case. You do not have to use their lender. So it behooves you to look around and get, you know, fees and costs and interest rates and everything from other lenders, so you know if you're getting the best rate. If you want to work with that lender, I would still go and find out what other lenders are offering, and then you can maybe say to this lender, look, I'd really like to work with you. I know you work with this builder all the time, but I can get a better rate somewhere else. And maybe they'll make that adjustment for you. So don't think that you have to use the lender that the builder is suggesting. Another area that you need to make sure you are paying attention is when it comes to the builder's warranties and their timelines. So builders have 2 different types of warranties. Sometimes there is an implied warranty, and sometimes there is an express warranty. And if you hear that difference with your builder, ask them what that means. Or if they just offer you an express warranty, make sure you find out exactly what that covers. What does that mean? If they offer you an implied warranty, what does that cover? What does that mean? And generally the difference is going to be that an express warranty will be more specific and will also have more specific deadlines for when that warranty expires. So just make sure you talk to your builder or the salesperson that is selling you that to make sure that you understand the warranty that they're offering, what it covers, and what the deadlines are when that warranty expires, because it might not be the same for different types of things in the home. And then when the builder gives you timelines as far as when things need to be picked out by and when things are going to be done, you want to make sure that you have a copy of that, because you need to make sure you're hitting your deadlines in that timeline as far as picking out carpeting and cabinets and countertops and tile and whatever else you need to pick out, lighting fixtures. Make sure you're hitting your time or deadlines so that they are hitting their deadlines, and you want to hold them to those timelines. And yes, everybody understands with the supply chain issue that there are some problems, but there is still accountability. And especially if you are selling a home and you're trying to get your home sold and you're dealing with the buyers for your house, you're going to be held to some timelines. And that builder should be held to timelines as best as they can be. And so you want to make sure all along the line you don't get too far behind on anything. So you need to kind of make sure that everybody is doing what they're supposed to be doing. And the final area where you need to be careful is it's very easy to walk into these model homes, which are usually gorgeous, and start to want to upgrade to everything. You need to think about what your purpose is for buying this house. Are you buying this house as your first home and plan to sell it? Are you buying this home as your forever home and you're going to be in there until, you know, they're putting you in the ground, right? That should help you figure out where you want to spend your money. There are some upgrades that aren't going to bring any value to that house. If it's, you know, $5,000 or $10,000 more, is that a wise spend? And you might decide it is, and you do that. But just be conscious of the fact that sometimes we get so excited and we dump all this money into certain things in a home that down the road, you're not going to get that money back. It doesn't really do anything to the value of your house. So just be aware of that. And again, if you have the money and you just want to spend it and you want everything the way you want it, then do it. But if you have to be conscious of what you're spending, then you need to pick and choose where you want to do those upgrades and where you think, man, that's maybe not so important. I'm not going to get the value back when I sell this house someday. So those are just some tips and areas that you want to think about when you are building instead of buying an existing home. That's it for this week's video. Thanks for joining me. I will be here again next Friday. If you have any questions, email me at SharonRosa@kw.com. Make sure you subscribe at the bottom of the page and have a great week.